Okay, so we heard about all the drug abuse and everything, but we learned that Cassie got beat up, allegedly got beat up because she wanted to go.
No, she really got no, Cam.
What,
She did get beat up.
well,
It wasn't
well,
allegedly. It
I
was
was
real.
talking about one specific time. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying. For sure. For going to the OVO Fest, and then she still went. You know, what do you think about when you hear something like that?
I think at the end of the day we're in. I feel like she was still gonna go to the OVO Fest because regardless of what, brother, she's still an artist. You know, so she still want to be a part of. Now her getting abused, that was different. I felt like Diddy is a control freak, and mind you, I'm not biased. I'm speaking from a street aspect and an intellectual one as well. I try my best to put myself in both shoes. From Cassie's standpoint, you heard me. Diddy, we all know Diddy was abusing this girl. Diddy was controlling this girl. Diddy was manipulating this girl. But at the same time, she still needed the attributes that Diddy had to offer. So I feel like Cassie's an artist, regardless of what. She's a beautiful lady. She's talented, regardless of how you try to shoot her down or try to make her seem like she's not. I was there. We're the same age. Cassie's an artist, and she's a talented artist. And she actually is a hit maker with the right people like Ryan Leslie. I just feel like Cassie was still going to do the OVO Fest. It's because she's an artist. She wanted to be a part of. She wanted to see it. I feel like Diddy was controlling. And I also feel like, I'm listening.
You don't think it's kind of fair for him to not want her to go to OVO Fest with Drake, and then Drake actually had some bars that were like aimed, it sounded like at Diddy.
You want to know something? You want to know something, Cam?
And they got a fight over, allegedly over
He
this.
did get into a fight over it. Diddy made it seem like it was over the beat, but the real truth of it is it was over Cassie. You know what I mean? But and this is the funny part about it. Before we continue, Cam, let me clear this up. Some people think I was just on making a band and that was it. No, I signed a deal after making the band. I signed $1 million deal with Bad Boy, so I seen Diddy off the cameras. Now we can proceed with that talk. I feel like, yeah, Diddy was being jealous. Of course he was being jealous. When you feel like in your mind you got one of the most beautifulest women in at that era, I felt like, yeah, he was being jealous and controlling. You're right about that. I feel like Diddy was being a control freak, regardless of how that sound. I think he should have allowed her to do what she needed to do as an artist, but Diddy didn't look at Cassie as an artist. He looked at Cassie like she was mine, and whatever I do with her is what it is, period. And I think that's what the conflict was.
You also got to think, he stole her from Ryan
sure
Leslie's. So, of course, he's not going to want her around any other artist because that could happen to him.
Correct. He feel like someone can steal her from me, right? And Ryan Leslie, he actually did my first single after making the band, Drew Bad Boy South, which was Lil Daddy featuring Lil Wayne and Jody Breeze. Ryan Leslie, I feel like my opinion, Ryan Leslie had the best interest in Cassie than Diddy ever had. Ryan Leslie looked at it as a lustful way, yet as a business standpoint. Diddy looked at Cassie straight lust. So I couldn't even knock how he felt about it because Diddy didn't look at Cassie like a business. Diddy look like Cassie like I'm investing her to be the best, to look by my side more than what Ryan Leslie did, as I want her to be great. I think Cassie made a horrible decision choosing Diddy, who lusted her fully, than Ryan Leslie, who looked at her as an artist plus lust. Just my opinion. So I can't even knock you on just how you feel about that, you know?
Hearing about everything, all this abuse, I mean, you know, I'm sure you heard things or little things here and there. Did you have any idea of the capacity of what was going on at the time?
Yeah, it's because I was around it. So, it was a double-edged sword, Cam, bruh. I knew it was either gonna go one way or the other. I knew it wasn't gonna be, no in between with that situation. Like I said, Diddy lusted her, so Diddy didn't care about her actual career. Diddy was just like, I'm just doing what's gonna make her happy to keep it going to lessen her. Ryan Leslie looked at it like, I like her, she's dope, but I want to see her be great because I feel like Ryan Leslie had the best interest for Cassie than Diddy has ever had. And that's just how I feel about that.
You had said that you think that Cassie never loved Diddy.
No, I know she didn't.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Because at the end of the day, I think Cassie had love for Ryan Leslie, courtesy of knowing herself and knowing that the best interest was someone who really had faith in her. I don't think Diddy had faith in Cassie. Cassie knew that Diddy didn't have faith in her, but yet and still, Cassie looked at Diddy like an opportunity. From my opinion, bruh, I felt like she looked at it like an opportunist situation. You know, Cassie thought that she was smarter than the system. But you got to understand, Diddy has been in the game for more than 35 plus years. Diddy was never going to let you win over him because Diddy has been in the game for a very long time. He's seen the uglies, the beautifuls, the good, the bad, the trauma, and the triumph. I don't feel like Cassie knew that Diddy was more advanced than what it really was, and she was never going to win dealing with Diddy more than actually dealing with Ryan Leslie. I feel like, just my opinion, it was a horrible decision to look at a situation as an opportunist than looking at Ryan Leslie like an opportunity, and that's just how I feel about that.
I seen you into the trial.
I did. I actually got paid to go to the trial.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, I wanted to clear that up. I didn't go to the trial because I was summoned or anything. I got paid to go to the trial just to see what was going on with the situation. I went to the trial because, number one, I've been fighting Diddy for a very long time to get out of my contract. You know, I've been dropping buku mixtapes. I've been doing whatever I've been doing on different platforms. But I actually wasn't out of the label. Janice Combs, which is his mama, you understand? She really run the ordeal. It's not really Diddy. A lot of people don't know this here, but Janice Combs, she really owns Bad Boy. It's not really Diddy. Diddy made sure that he crossed his T's and dotted his I's. So Janice Combs is the real owner. So when I went to court, I thought I was going to go face Diddy, but actually I was facing Janice Combs. I went to the trial because Diddy, he had to sign 3 paper slips to make sure that I'm out of the deal. He signed everything for my rights and gave me everything I needed besides my name, which was Young City. I'm from New Orleans. Actually, we're in New Orleans right now. It's a lot of choppers here. It's Magnolia Chop, it's Chopper Style from Across the River, and then it's me. My name on papers as an artist is Young City. So I say Chopper Young City because I've always been Chopper, but my name is actually Young City on papers as an artist. Diddy had to sign 3 papers. He didn't sign those papers, and I'm almost at my end with this civil, right? But he never did that courtesy of him going on trial and going through this situation. So yeah, that's kind of what that is, Cam. He had to sign 3 more slips, and I'm out the building with Bad Boy, and he didn't do that, courtesy of him being on trial.
What was the most surprising thing you seen when you went there?
Looking at his sons, it really wasn't Quincy. I'm gonna start there. Looking at Quincy looked at me just like, you know, Quincy really brainwashed. You know, Quincy has been around Diddy since he was a child, and Quincy is actually Albie Show's son. He looked at me and was just like, wow. Justin, that little cornball, he looked at me and was like, fuck you. And then Christian, he just was there. You know, Christian don't know no better. That's Kim's son. And he looked at me and just more like, man, the fuck, right? It was actually jury duty, you right? So I watched the jury duty. I didn't actually watch the trial, but I wanted to go up there. I got paid to go up there, but I wanted to go up there myself and be like, I'm in the building, because I can't be the type of person to speak on Diddy on platforms and not be able to face him.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.